As the century began, people explored inwards to see themselves in utterly new ways. The Viennese doctor, Sigmund Freud, sought the inner secrets of human behavior and motive.
Guten Tag, Herr Dr. Freud.
He described a zone he called the unconscious, in which the torments of the psyche were hatched.
Ich verließ das Haus in großer Eile, einige Besorgungen zu machen. In Graben.
Patients came to see Freud because they were nervous, anxious, or depressed.
Aber niemand half mir.
Listening to them, Freud worked out new theories about the mind.
Wissen Sie, der Herr Breuer,
Invariably, he traced neurotic symptoms to sex, which he saw as the driving force of human nature.
Das ist für meine Nerven nicht so gesund.
Dreams were a route into the haunted region of the unconscious. A dream's imagery gave clues to buried longings and anxieties. Freud illuminated the secrets of his patient's past in order to explain the present and to heal. Many of his patients were women, but he confessed he didn't wholly understand them.
The great question, which I have not been able to answer, despite my 30 years of research into the feminine soul, is what does a woman want?
Freud's ideas, shocking at first, dominated mid-20th century thinking. But he was a product of his age. When he studied neurosis, Freud was confronting the suppressed rage and fear of people adrift in a changing world. He warned,
"No one who, like me, conjures up the most evil of those half-tamed demons that inhabit the human breast and seeks to wrestle with them, can expect to come through the struggle unscathed."
Introspection and rebellion inspired the painting and music of the age. The stable 19th century vision of cosmic order was breaking up. The Norwegian Edvard Munch painted The Scream.
I looked at the flaming clouds that hung over the blue-black fjord and the city, like blood and a sword. I stood there, trembling with fright, and I felt a loud, unending scream, piercing nature.
Other artists portrayed the fragmented self. The Cubists revealed the structure beneath the surface. Pablo Picasso experimented with multiple perspectives on a single self. One group of artists, the Surrealists, painted dreams. Bizarre symbols provoked unease and shocked the public into new ways of seeing. Film, with its visual trickery, fascinated the Surrealists. In science, too, old certainties were overthrown. Physicists revealed a new, unreliable universe. Newton's principles of motion, which had been trusted for 200 years, were challenged by Albert Einstein. In 1905, he proposed his theory of relativity.
E is equal mc square, in which energy is put equal to mass.
The iron laws of nature turned out to be flexible. Scientists explored the human body. X-rays showed the skeleton. Microscopes exposed the inner structure of cells, the building blocks of life. Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin, the first modern antibiotic. Bacteria, the main cause of infection and disease, were dissolved and destroyed by the new drug. Penicillin was developed in time for large-scale use on wounded soldiers in World War II. Science could save life. It could also control life at the outset. By the middle of the century, a female contraceptive pill was developed, which regulated hormone levels. Women could choose when and if to have children. They won a new control of their lives and relationships. Scientists tapped the elemental powers of the universe. They isolated the atom, the basic unit of matter. Then they smashed it. Splitting the atom set off a chain reaction, which released a colossal burst of energy. The United States developed an atomic bomb. It was first tested in the desert south of Los Alamos in July 1945. Some scientists who worked on it were appalled.
We knew the world would not be the same. Few people laughed. A few people cried. Most people were silent. I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. I suppose we all thought that one way or another.
The nuclear shadow darkened the rest of the century.